What's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? This is a continuation of the interview we had back at the crib, back in my media studio with Mr. Brandon Burks here. We at the studio here, and what is the name of the studio? Have you christened it with a name yet?
Nah, it's just the place. Just the
Place.
spot, man.
We got to have a hear that. Oh, we got to have a ceremony and everything, and robes and everything.
Yeah. I don't know.
Stay tuned for that. We're gonna do something like we're gonna do something creative.
Yeah, I didn't.
Just check out with me, y'all. Just roll with me for a minute. Just spin with me for a minute. Just spin. So, like I said earlier, I was coming in to listen to some music. I'm gonna pick up some tracks. So I gave him a holler. He blessed us with everything. So, what was the inspiration to you putting all this together?
The studio.
Yes.
The inspiration of it was more or less was me trying to find something that I felt inspired to be in, like not just come to the studio and work on music, but even if I wasn't working on music, somewhere I could sit and just feel a vibe, even if I'm just sitting there, like creative electricity just flowing, even when I'm not creating. So therefore, when I feel like I could just grab some of it and use it. So I wanted to be inspired by some of the greats. As you can see, if you show some of the pictures up here, we've got some of the greats up here on the wall.
Absolutely.
Mr. Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Wonder. I got Tupac, Prince. Of course, there's millions or more, but I didn't want to make wallpaper, so I just put a few that inspire me. Just a handful of, but of course, if I could, the whole walls would be filled up. But this is well-rounded to me. Prince, Tupac, Stevie Wonder, Jimi Hendrix.
Absolutely.
Of course, Mike could have been in there, a bunch of others.
Absolutely. Great feel, though. Great feel.
Thanks. I wanted a kind of vintage feel, but kind of like, I don't know, man, it's just colors, certain colors inspire you as well. And I thought that these colors did well on inspire you. You don't want to have something too dark, what I'm saying, put you in a melancholy vibe. I wanted something to lift me color-wise.
Booyah.
Yeah, so I think these colors work.
So, whatever you got going on in your life, y'all can go ahead and put that thing together. Like, just do it. Just do it. My biggest thing is just do it. Not like that's no pun intended with Nike, but just do it. Do something. Put yourself in that conversation. So this is a really nice. So now, as far as the projects we're talking, because I see you got yourself over there on there.
Right, that's my first project.
That's the first project. So, and matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and because I'm running a couple of cameras, so I went ahead and walked around with the studio and gave y'all. So, this project over here, tell us a little something about it. I'm gonna go ahead and change mine.
Well, this project here was my very first project. I worked on it for a good little while, and it's self-produced by me. And I was partnered with a partner of mine. I guess you could kind of say a silent partner. Partnered up on it. He invested in the project. I did all the production, all the music, all the recording, everything. And it came out in 2009. I put it out. So that's my actual first and only project, actually.
Okay.
As far as album-wise. And, so put it out, did pretty decent on the independent level. I sold a lot of them units.
So and the big push now is for independent artists to do their own thing. So would you suggest that now versus getting a record deal?
Yeah, man. To me, I mean, I ain't had a record deal, so I can't compare it to something I've been a part of and then got out of. But I definitely know that always, if I had a choice, I would definitely go independent, even if it's harder. The benefits later on are much greater to me. To have full control of everything and not, be signed to someone and they get out you and kick you. And then
awesome.
That's just me. No offense to the record labels or anything.
Sounds good. So walk us through some of your, if you don't mind, some of your, I guess we would call it your
tools.
There you go.
So
booyah.
So as you can see, I have monitor. I have four speakers. I use these for the playback. Then Behringer Truth monitors.
Oh, Behringer, I love Behringer.
Yeah, those are Truth monitors. I use these for playback. These Yamahas, I use them for mixing and stuff. And then I kind of bounce back and forth with both of them for certain, depending on what I'm looking for or listening for. Got a Apollo Twin Duo interface. pretty top of the line interface that they have out. They got some other ones too that came out after that one. Got a digital MIDI mixer, controls my software. I use that I like touching the buttons. So instead of opposed to, with the mouse, sometimes I don't do it for me. So this works for that. Pretty nice mixer. My mic preamp made by Art. Get a nice little sound going into the interface, going on my way in instead of after, which is, either way is good, but I like going in with the sound I'm looking for. So the preamp Art by Art gives a nice sound going, nice warm sound going in. This is an Empirical Labs distressor compressor. Top notch compressor.
Nice.
You guys can look that up and you'll see it's top notch. It has its own style and characteristics, but it can also emulate other compressors that are state of art compressors like the LA2A and 1176 compressors and limiters. So it's got a bunch of diversity. This is Native Instruments Machine 2 drum machine. Pretty nice. That's what I use to make a good bit of my production on it. Pretty nice. And wireless keyboard, and that's the machine software on the screen that the drum machine controls the software. And also, this is an Arteria keyboard by Arteria, and this Arteria makes a lot of synthesizers and keyboards from back in the day. From they probably maybe early as the '60s. I could be mistaken, but I know they made stuff in the '70s, '80s, and up. But Prince and a lot of Stevie Wonder and a lot of people use a lot of their synthesizer, and this is their keyboard that they made. Very nice keyboard. And I use this and some of the Arteria software to make beats with also, and I use Pro Tools. And I got a lot of software that, that's internal in the computer that I use. Pro Tools, Native Instruments, Reason, Isotope, Waves. I use a lot of programs and stuff too.
Awesome. So for how many years you have in this business?
So I like to look at it like this. So I have to break it up. I can say a certain amount of years, but I have to break it up and say I'll give it for about 10 years, at least 10 years. I ain't gonna say I was interning the whole time, but for at least 5 to 10, I was interning for someone, always working under somebody, learning under them, as far as production.
Okay.
But I've done music my whole life.
Gotcha.
Now, so working under people for about 5 to 10, working under people, producing, making beats for other producers, kind of interning. Later, started doing it myself. So I can say, 10 producing myself for my own projects, for myself, not interning for me. So you could say 20 as far as production, but I've done music my whole life.
Awesome. So for that young, aspiring producer, young man, young lady, what would be that key for the ones that was like, you know what, I want to do this one day, but there's always frustration in life, period. But something like this, as far as the artistry, what would be your thing that you could tell them that would inspire them to continue pursuing their craft?
I would say, crawl before you walk. You have to have patience. Patience is very important with trying to pursue music, because it can be very frustrating. It can be fun, but it can be also frustrating. It'll make you want to quit. You lose some files, important files. It may make you want to quit that day, but then you got to sit there and just think about it. You're gonna either cry about them and just they're gonna be gone when you finish crying, when your tears dry, or you can just get back and jump back on there and try to make it again, or make something better than it.
Cool.
And it'll make you forget about. Or if you can't figure out something, just have patience. It's gonna come to you. And if it don't that day, it'll come later. There's many obstacles to it, you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta have patience and try to have fun with it, regardless.
Sounds good. So once again, this is Mr. Brandon Burks. We're gonna go ahead and do some more video. We're just gonna freestyle the rest, no more questions. But once again, tell us how we can reach you on your platforms again.
So if you're into Facebook, you can contact me. My name is Brandon Burks on Facebook. It's BRANDON BURKS. Instagram is at Brandon Music, BRANDON Music with a Z, one word, Brandon Music. At Brandon Music on Instagram. And here's an even easier way to find me and my content is brandon.hearnow.com.
Okay.
And that'll take you to all my music links and my social sites. But Brandon, BRANDON, dot HEAR, now NOW.com. Now
Sounds
take you
good.
to all my music.
Sounds good. And also Spotify and everything else too as well.
Everything on one place, on the Brandon.hearnow.com. One place, you click wherever you want to see me at or get my content at.
There you go, people. One stop shop. And this is me, Mr. K31, and we're gonna sign out. Y'all see that right there? Hey, time is ticking. What are you waiting on?
It's actually not working right now, but yes.
That's all good. Be great.